What's up, guys? My name is DJCS, and I haven't done a straight up Let's Talk video in a long time. I've been doing a Let's Talk OCC podcast, but that was for school, and I'm pretty much done with school. I just finished my last day of classes. I have a few finals, but nothing too crazy. So from here on out, I'm going to do my best to focus on YouTube and provide as much content as I can, as well as my Mixcloud page. If you haven't checked that out or don't know what that is where I put all of my mixes. I am a DJ, hence the name DJCS, and you can head over there. The link will be in the description, and check out some of my mixes. I will be adding more to the page in the near future, so be sure to head over there and follow me there if you want to hear some of my music and stuff. But in this Let's Talk video, I want to talk about what is going on with YouTube. Now, some of you people who are kind of YouTube savvy may know what's going on, but I have a feeling that there's some of my followers who definitely don't know what's going on. So YouTube has come under fire from advertisers, and people who were making a shit ton of money on YouTube are no longer making said ton of money. Now, I'm not entirely 100% sure who originally reported this, but basically someone realized and called out the fact that advertisers were being placed on like hate and essentially terrorist videos. The action of placing ads on videos is called like monetization, or being monetized by YouTube and of course Google, and you will begin to get paid for your views and stuff like that. Ads will be placed on your video, and for every 1,000 views you get so much money. So there are people who've been making millions a year simply making YouTube videos. I'll speak more on that later, but back to these terrorists and hate videos. Now, people have said, well, why are they allowed to put stuff on YouTube? And essentially they aren't, but just the same as you see random people post a song by an artist and not get flagged, there are ways around the auto bots that scan the video for certain material, like certain keywords or music or use of video, etc. Like a lot of times when people post music, they might like change the tone, or like if they post a video of something that's on TV, like I've seen a lot of kids cartoons where it's a little more high pitched than normal, so it doesn't really get caught, and then it's also like cropped out in the lower corner, something like that. So there's ways for people to get around that, but these terrorist and hate videos were basically being funded on YouTube unintentionally by the ads, and so now on the content creators of YouTube are the ones who are paying the price, because many advertisers are now stepping back and saying, hold on, I don't want my ads associated with anything like that, whether it be content with profanity or suggestive means, blatant sexualism, or even people using weapons. Not in a bad way, like basically like self-training videos, how-to videos. Videos that can be informative, like some gun videos have been demonetized when all they were really doing is teaching people about guns, like things like gun safety and gun mechanisms and the such. Also, the LGBT community has been hit with these as well. They have been deemed un-advertiser friendly, which is just ridiculous. As well as the pro wrestling community, which I watch a lot of those guys. I'm a big fan of wrestling. I'm actually watching Raw right now as I'm shooting this video. But and that's kind of crazy, because pro wrestling, it's something that's been around for so long for it to be considered unfamily friendly. I know there's some topics, and a lot of the guys who talk about it aren't necessarily family friendly because they swear and stuff like that. But it's it's kind of ridiculous that they're being deemed unworthy or whatever. But while that's unfair, there are people who have built their brand essentially here on YouTube and have come a long way. Some have just kind of made it, but I'm honestly not going to lose any sleep over some of these people losing their money. I'm sorry, but I'm not. And it's because I know of one specific person who I won't name, who basically makes six figures, that's in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, a year to make GTA videos. He posts about 2 or 3 a day on average, and that's all he does. About 99% of his videos are GTA related. Whether he's live streaming or posting like a packaged video, that's all he does. So what's the big deal? Well, the thing is, he doesn't even really do things himself. He constantly reports on what these two other guys find. And those two guys find it, they post it on Twitter. So they will find the stuff by reading the coding of the game, looking into the files, and they might find out that there are some unreleased vehicles or something like that, or they say that they know someone at Rockstar, and then they will post about like the stuff they find, usually with images. And he will then go and make a video on it, giving them credit, yes, but basically saying that they found these files and they say this, that, and the third. And occasionally he'll actually do some real research and get on the forums and stuff, but for the most part, he just uses other people's research. So how is that any different from the news? Because the news will say, for example, and as reported, or as CNN reports, and so on and so forth. But people in the news don't always report what other news sites are reporting. Why the hell would I watch you if you're just going to report what they're saying and I can just go watch them? Now, as far as I know, these two guys who he uses all the time don't have their own YouTube channel. They just post stuff on Twitter, but even still, I can just go follow them on Twitter instead of having you read me everything they say word for word in a 10-minute video that should only been like 2. And I also looked into how long he's been doing it. His current channel has been up since 2013. I came across him in midsummer or fall of 2015. And even then, he had well over 1 million subscribers. He now currently has 1.7 followers. So somehow in 2 years, from 2013 to 2015, he built up over 1 million followers. Within the last month, only 6 out of 138 videos broke 200,000 views. And some of those 6 just barely. Now, how is it you have 1.7 million followers, but don't even break 200,000 views? Sometimes he doesn't even break 100,000 views. Now, me personally, I would love to have those numbers. I would love to just barely be hitting 100,000 views. But he also has another YouTube channel. A channel he had before this one, before he started playing GTA. It only has 6,000 subscribers. Again, something I would love to. I would love to have 6,000 subscribers. I have 19, and I love every single one of you. But I would love to have 6,000 subscribers. So how is it that he created a new channel, or created one channel, created another one, and then just boom, it takes off? It's kind of fishy. And he has some friends who, like, they're kind of in a boat. They all do GTA videos, and they also have 2 channels, one newer, one older. The newer one has over 1 million subscribers, each one of them. But then the older ones have like a couple thousand, you know, maybe like 1,200, I think one of them even has. There's this thing on YouTube where it's kind of like called sub-bots, where basically it's fake accounts. And I'm not saying that they've done that, but it's kind of fishy how one of their accounts only has like a couple thousand and the other one has well over 1 million. You know, I was like, why don't both of them have a shit ton of followers? It's just kind of, you know, one-sided. And I have an old account. I don't even know how many followers are on there. I stopped using it because I forgot my login information, my password and stuff, and I don't use that email anymore. So I created a new account. I created a new YouTube channel, and this is the YouTube channel. You know, it's not like I went from one channel who had, let's say, 50 followers to another channel and then got 1 million followers. I have 19. I probably actually lost followers by leaving that channel. I don't know. You can go check that out. It just it's CHUCK, AKA ACHILLEZ. You can go check that out. I'll put a little caption or something so you guys can see the spelling. You can go check it out yourself. Like I said, I don't even know how many followers I have on there. I'm gonna check it myself. Let's see. And 58 followers. I have more followers on my old page than I do on my current page. I wish I could go there and say, hey, go over to this page and follow me there because I'm not doing this page anymore. But yeah, so it's just crazy how they had that big jump, and again, it's just kind of fishy to me. But my whole point is that there are people out there like this kid who are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions even, on YouTube for doing nothing more other than playing a video game, essentially. And if he starts losing money, I'm not going to care. Sorry, but I'm not. There are some people on YouTube I really like. Their content is great, and I thoroughly enjoy their videos. I look forward to seeing new videos. People like Boogie2988, Emergency Awesome, Funhouse, It's Real 85, J-Roar, Steven Larson, Being the Elite, and the list goes on. But a lot of these guys have other sources of revenue as well, such as Twitch, Patreon, a parenting company. Some of them go on tours and actually have sponsors for the content. Some of them are wrestlers, such as Being the Elite. So they have other forms of revenue coming in. YouTube isn't their only form. So, they're not going to struggle. They'll be all right. But they are really good content creators. But for someone who has worked since he was 15 and had 3 jobs at one point, I live paycheck to paycheck, struggling to support my family. I'm not going to lose sleep because some YouTuber now has to find other sources of revenue or go get a real job. Now, I'm not saying that making videos is easy, because I was an electronics media communication student. I took courses in TV studio production, video editing, script writing, field production, all that stuff that goes into making videos. And it can be very time consuming. It can take up hours in a day depending on how much stuff you put into the video, with editing and mixing, the sound, making sure the quality is good, that everything goes together, that you're not putting in random graphics at the wrong time. I've done these things live and post-production. It's kind of easier live because you just, you push a button when you have to and it happens. It's harder than it sounds. But with post-production, you got to find where it goes, split the video, place it in, give it time length, make sure your voice goes under the video in a voiceover, and it's very time consuming. But again, I've worked 60 hours a week in a dirty, dusty warehouse when it's 100 degrees outside, 110 degrees at the top of the warehouse. So I have no sympathy for people who have essentially had it easy the last few years and lived a privileged life, and now they're gonna struggle to get by. And a lot of YouTubers are changing their style, changing the ways of how they do their videos. Some are cutting out profanity. Some are making it more family friendly so that the ad revenue keeps coming in. But I say, fuck that. I am completely against censorship, and I believe in the right to say what I want. I'm not claiming free speech, because free speech isn't really a thing on the internet, because it's a form of publication where you need to abide by the host rules or get banned or blocked or whatever. But with YouTube, likely the only thing that will happen is I won't get monetized. Oh well. Which I couldn't get monetized until I hit 10,000 views anyway, which is one of their new rules. They have also allowed advertisers to choose if they want their ads to run on any content, some mature content, no mature content, and the likes of that. Then they can choose, let's say they choose some mature content, they can go in and choose what kind of content they don't want it to run in, things like things that involve weapons or violence or anything like that. There's also people who don't really make content. They take videos from other people and put them together in compilations and have millions of followers for it, when none of it is their original content. They slap a border on it, they slap their logo on it, call it a Vine compilation number 65, and play 10 minutes of 6-second Vines or whatever. Now, I'm just saying Vine, I know Vine is dead, but I've seen a lot of these and I still see a lot of them pop up. So, yes, they went through and they took the time to find 10 minutes worth of Vines, which is a lot because the Vines are only 6 seconds long. But lots of times you'll see a compilation of one specific person like Batdad, who I also follow on YouTube, and the channel isn't Batdad's channel. Well, now they're essentially banking on the followers of Batdad to watch that video and stealing from him. That's really no different than me taking clips of WWE or NFL or some other sport, putting them in a video montage and putting it on YouTube as my own, which I have done, but I really stepped away from that because they would always get flagged for copyright. I had a Stone Cold video on my old channel that was way over 100,000 views, and I think it was it was probably in the 250,000 range. It got taken down by WWE. It was something I created, but it wasn't my footage, my music, or my copyrighted material. So therefore, I had no right to basically post it on YouTube. So these people who are posting these Vine compilation videos, and I'm just, again, using Vine as an example because I see them all the time with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, and the channel creator gets paid for it. There are similar but different situations like Botchamania. For those who don't know what Botchamania is, it is basically like a bloopers show for wrestling. They have fun with it. They call out wrestlers on their mistakes, whether they say something wrong or mess up a move, and they kind of have fun with sound where they'll do something funny and cut to a different clip of The Simpsons or something, and just they do funny stuff with it. Go check them out if you haven't. If you're a wrestling fan, go check out Botchamania. Hi, Matthew. But I doubt he's watching this anyway. But they have had issues with the WWE. The WWE is one of the biggest headhunters for copyright. I've had my issues with them in the past on the aforementioned Stone Cold video, but also on one of my GTA live streams. that had nothing to do with the WWE. It got flagged by the WWE for copyright. I don't know why. It was crazy. But I, of course, fought it and I got the video back up, but it was stupid. But overall, as I have said, as much as it sucks that some of my favorite YouTubers might be struggling to find revenue these days, I'm sure they'll be okay. I'm not going to worry about them. I'm just going to worry about myself, getting myself a job, finding my own sources of revenue. See you guys next time. Have a good one. I'm DJ CS.